Good old-fashioned cash stream. Played a bunch of tournaments earlier, nothing really caught. So I took a little break at about 6. Came back about a half an hour ago. Feel pretty good. I'm down less than the tournament buy-ins. I played all day. It was kind of rough going at the start. Uh, Bunch of bad beats. I was down like 4 buy-ins and then got it all back. Plus an extra, what is that, an extra $20. So not bad. So just down, I guess I got it all back, but I was just down 50 from the tournament entries, but only down 30 when I came back, so I guess that's good. Right about to there. I guess we can move this over just to squeeze, yeah. And it's just kind of a normal night. Nothing too crazy or exciting. A couple people asked me online if I had seen Mandalorian. Yeah, I did. It was really good. I liked it. It's more Star Wars, which I'm always down for. I'm just going to go ahead and bet. I just saw a meme of one of the Facebook groups I follow that had, the Darth Vader, Luke, I am your father, whatever. Or no, I am your father, not Luke, I am your father. Scene. And it was Luke saying, Disney ruined Star Wars. And then Vader's like, no, Star Wars fans ruined Star Wars. And, that's not true, that's impossible. And then it was just like constant online berating of the creators and blah, 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 and just like insane expectations for a thing that no longer are reasonable in your timeline and all this kind of stuff. And then it was like, so who really killed Star Wars? And I think it's the fans. I think we got to agree with that. So for me, give me more Star Wars and I am happy. And I love Book of Boba Fett. I loved it all. I love Kenobi. Call me simple, but it's just more Star Wars. And I am all for that. I remember thinking before the prequels came out that I was sad because there was never going to be more to it. So I started reading the books and, getting into the lore. But this is before Lucas had canonized a lot of the Legends comics, or Legends books. So I was kind of like, well, it's not really Star Wars, And then when the announcement of, the prequels came out, it was like, oh, shit, this is fucking amazing. And then it was like, well, I guess it's just going to be those 3. And then selling the franchise to Disney allowed for everything to be, opened up and monetizable forever because, that's the reason why Lucas originally sold it, is that he said he wasn't going to live, he didn't know if he was going to live long enough to complete all 9 movies, so he sold it. And he wanted to see it completed. It was a great interview with Lucas where he was like even saying, he's like, it's not mine anymore. He's like, people are looking for it to be mine, but that's just not how it is. How am I down $20 right now? Oh, I took that one hand. There's a lot of new players. I honestly don't know where they came from, but over the past few weeks I've noticed a lot of new players. Maybe they're in from California because it's kind of front of the, start of the year. People don't move, but then they move in the next month or two. I think I'll stick with 4. Not the greatest seat, but not the worst. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with 4 and rotate these out. There are 7 tables, so should be able to rotate. It's more draws than aces here and queens. I think we just have to worry about a queen sometimes, but I would limp and check a queen. So I could have queen 10, queen jack, but when I make 3 queens, I'm obviously going to bet. This player's going to have more hearts than anything else. Or gut shots. Okay. I like defending the non-expectant range versus some players because players are so aggro. Plus, not close to him having a gut shot. I think he always raises if he made the gutty right there. So sometimes we get action out of like, you know, ace king or even a hand as bad as like 10 or jack 9, something like that. Ace 9 can be there. It's just kind of knowing the players you're up against. This player tends to isolate versus players he wants to play against, so if they're not in the pot, he's not usually raising. If I'm gonna fold anything in the big blind, it's got to be like offsuit deuce hands. Even to this small raise. Look at that. Yep. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate y'all.
Hello there.
Ooh, 3 in the door. Kind of hard to get action on this board. We kind of got to gamble and just call and check. Now we're safer. It's very likely for him to have a 10, not an ace. A heart may have killed my action. I don't think he had much. He might have had like, wow, he did have a rag ace. Look at that. Yeah. I guess there's no other way to get money out of him. If he's not going to bet it twice, then there's no way to really. I mean, it is a 1 street value hand. Maybe I could have check raised the flop and gotten a call out of him, thinking that I might have a flush draw. Maybe. It's fine. Man, I would have had a whole bunch of action on the turn. Okay, so I get raised by this player, get re-raised here. Well, we're playing it tricky. We did it. Case king. Case ace? Of course not. Man! How good did I play it? Aces versus kings and ace king. How good did I play it? Got 1 outed. Jesus Christ. I mean, it was going to go down the same way either way. It just sucks to not win the $160 pot. What can you do? Just got dealt a game over. Can't do it any better than that. I mean, if I had just raised normally, it was going to get 3-bet and 4-bet. But I kind of let queens do that, so that kind of sucks. $160 pot. I'm going to go for the river half pot just to block. We also get showdown. Sometimes it's good to check there, but I don't know if this player is ever going to bluff. You know, like if he has pocket 9s, is he ever going to turn it into a bluff? So. What did I lose on that pot? Yeah, $50.75. Been 145 profit to me. 5's really strong here. It's kind of hard for him to have an 8 or a 7. He can have pocket 3s, but he's more than likely just going to have like 9, 10 here. Ace 3, like, hilarious. Good table, but I'm going to stick with 4. See what happens here. I'll just check. That's fine. You got it, man. It was a big swing. Man. Wasn't even a suited ace king. Sheesh. Went from 94 to 4, I think, right? Let's see. No, I don't want Flopzilla. Let's do the exact math. I have the, what is it, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds. So let's see how good I'm running. Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds versus the Ace of Spades, King of Clubs. Versus the King of Hearts, King of Diamonds. Evaluate. 84% favorite. And then after the flop hits, Jack of Spades, King of Spades, 8 of Clubs. Uh, 5%. That's what I got to win. Oh well. It sucks. Gotta get over it. Alright, let's do it again. Yeah, we'll take one. Let it go. Sure. Hey, thanks, boss. Much appreciated. Really? Well, spade hits the river. I can't really bet. Queen 4? Alright, ridiculous. Yeah, the boss, I don't know if you saw this one, man. I'll show it to you. So I got aces in first position. I've been trying a couple different things. So I just min-raised like it was a misclick. Got re-raised and re-raised, just called. Jam, jam, call. And then the king hit, the case king hit the flop. Nice little $140 swing. I feel like this is one of those Cali guys. Usually they're very aggressive, but this one seems to be quite passive. I only hit one set today. I played for like 5 hours earlier. I was playing like 2 or 3 tables plus tournaments, and I flopped one set. It was a set of 6s, and I flopped a set earlier in this stream, like set of 3s over here, but got barely any action. This is just goofy. Poker's been okay, man. I have been running below expectation, I will say, but nothing too excessive. Just, you know, a buy-in or two here and there, you know. Not really winning what I should be winning, but, you know, what are you going to do? But it's just bad run. Like, it's not... And it's not even horrible. It's just, like, below expectation. Like, shit like that, getting it in with the aces, you know. And running into kings and ace-king and losing, you know. Appreciate you guys all being here. Yeah, poker's been good. I've only been streaming the final tables, which I had a bunch of them in the last week to 10 days, so it's been good content on YouTube, but I just haven't put in enough time. I'm looking to start playing these night sessions again, so I'm going to try to stream those at a minimum if I don't get to a final table. Just because I like taking a break and then coming back and picking up the night meat, you know? I do think this is bettable. He's going to have a lot more 5s than 6s unless he has specifically 5-6. That diamond on the river isn't great, believe it or not. I'm just going to check. He had a 4. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and check this one. I was going to bet the flop, but I 3-bet it. And I'm going to bet the river. Kind of small. Just try to get called by like a 10. This is the only way to get money out of this, because I think he has like pocket 8s or 9s. He had a king. He had queen 10. Okay, so he called a little loose. Yeah, one king on the flop. I mean, it happens, man. 85% favorite to triple up. You can't do better than that. Just kind of cruising. Just going to defend. I could 3-bet. I think Professor Chaos 3-bets quite often. But I'm kind of curious. If he takes this long and then bets down here, he's got something. Yeah, you can have it, man. I'm not even going to call you a second pair. Check. It's a super small bet. Nothing really for me, but think we can call, and if he checks turns, sometimes we can bluff rivers. He should be sizing up here, though. Queen on the river. Make the nuts. I'm going to go ahead and just lead it. It's supposed to look like a bluff. He can have king, queen. He can have queen 10. That's kind of great. This player can definitely have 10 jack, but I'm supposed to have 10 jack more often. Kind of would love a queen on the river. We're betting small. I think we're just going to look for a clean run out and then check the river and then check raise here. He should have a lot of nines. I don't think he can fold a 9, so the queen just kind of mints it. I think I may have been ahead the whole way, although he can definitely have had a set of 3s. But I think more often than not, he's got like ace 9. Oh, he had the jack 10. Look at that. See, glad thing we didn't bloat it up before I got good. Yeah, he made all the money back. I had a break from poker to disconnect my mood from my bankroll, probably smart. After grinding for a year, I kind of lost myself and was getting pretty bad. Yeah, I get that, man. I've gotten to the point where I make sure I have at least one day a week where I don't play, which is difficult because I need money and I'm trying to grind all the time. But I find without that one day a week off, I can just sit there and be doing things too robotically and being like, what's the point? And then like kind of missing the nuance, you know? So you never want that. Sorry, I'm getting messages. Interesting messages. I'm surprised this one went to the flop. It was a nice river check raise. I mean, I probably could have led it and then gotten raised and gotten it in, but I don't think a lot of people raise on a paired board. Some do. This is kind of interesting. I think if it checks to me, I'm going to lead. And if he bets, I'm going to call. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and lead. There's a lot of draws here, but I do have a queen which blocks queen jack. The most common draw, so 7-8 is the biggest draw. So when we bet, we're going to have the best hand a ton. Just called by JD. I don't really want to barrel into this. I don't know what this is, and he's short, so we're just going to go ahead and check. I think he's going to lead a ton here. I'm just going to check. This can be every ace. It can be any king. That's a big bet. That can be something like ace-8 or pocket deuces if it's value. It can also be ace-queen, protecting against the clubs. It could be the suited ace of clubs, like a rag ace of clubs, like ace-3 of clubs. But it's usually two pair. This player being involved, I couldn't really barrel at it because he's going to be committed too quickly, and he's not going to fold a king, you know. I'm going to check. Could I go for a check raise here? It kind of depends what he bets. Ah, he had a pair. I thought he wouldn't have anything and he would bet. and then I could check raise. Kings. Suited. We could play it. Limp call. And there's draws. Jack 10, not so much because I have a lot of 10s. We're just going to go ahead and bet. Probably going to have to bet twice. Nope. Now, I just 3-bet him a couple hands ago, so I don't know how this is going to go. So he's supposed to have ace-queen more than I do, but I'm supposed to have queens more than he does. The ace is kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and bet half pot. He's going to call with king-queen with king of spades. He's going to call with queen-jack with queen of spades. He's going to fold all pairs. Kind of a non-me flop. There's no point in. Well, I've got all the money back from those aces, and a couple more bucks. So that's a nice. We definitely want to raise. Ace 10 is kind of interesting. I think I want to underplay it sometimes in early position. Plus, I've limped aces and kings on a bunch of these tables, and you got to remember these are all the same players, so we're just going to bet small here. And we're going to check the turn, check the river. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was a spade. I didn't honestly think he would limp that. I honestly didn't think he would limp a king. He would have folded it if I had bet again on the turn, but this is interesting. I think because of backdoor spades and straight draws, we can call. If it hadn't been a 9, yeah. If it hadn't been a 9, because I could have king queen, but he can have ace king. So if it hadn't been a 9, I think I would have bet. He's not supposed to have ace queen and not bet there, but he doesn't know that. Frustrating. Kings versus my buddy again. Just go simple pot. Have a hard time choosing between Bovada and Global. Bovada has all the tracking tools and makes the game smoother, but it's anonymous, and Global I can table select and get better games, and I can't review my sessions as easily. Yeah, it's a tough choice, but honestly, if you're making money on both, I would just go with whatever you feel like playing that day. So it's a small open. Can be every pair. I think we do want to bet the turn. We have blockers to 5-6 and 6-7 and 6-8. Nice. It doesn't seem like much, but it kind of counts because there's a lot more connected hands with sixes that interact with the board. So I can definitely have more of those combos than he can, and a lot of them have him in bad shape. Like I can have 6-9, I can have 6-7, 5-6, 9-6. I can have all those combos that are going to defend in the blind. So, and he definitely cannot. So when he doesn't interact with the board, we can kind of just take it away. This is frustrating because of this player. I would normally defend here, but this player tends to do random silly things. New player. New player. A lot of these people are tournament players, so we can flop around. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I haven't been streaming much except for Final Tables, which there have been a lot, but I haven't put in any grind time on the stream. It's just been too busy, and I've been kind of, well, I had lost my voice for a little while. But I've been kind of down on it, so I just kind of wanted to stream when I want to stream. That's a bad card. I honestly don't know if it's good, though, because this can be all queen jacks. It can be all sevens, pocket sevens. $30 bet. I mean, I don't think I like my 10-6 here. Ace jack, ace 7, yeah. That's the thing. Once he calls, my flush draw is not great. If I had the nut flush, I could continue. Good getaway. Don't mind it. That's a lot of 8s. I mean, I think we just... I mean, I see enough players that are short-stacked and new that I'm not really worried about much. This player's betting $3 into this. He's got to have an overpair, right? So I'm tempted to just rip it right here, but he can also be bluffing. And I mean, now when the club comes off, we're not doing shit except calling. I mean, he's going to have pocket 9s, 10s, jacks. We're just going to call. It kind of sucks how the run-out went because he can definitely have me beat, but he's never going to fold 10s or jacks anyway. So we're just going to get it in, and hopefully he has one pair. There's just never a reason to raise there. There's nothing to protect. There's no reason to raise. So I raised small pre-flop. Soj called, and then he bet the flop after I checked. And I'm going to go ahead and bet the river. This is a lot of full houses. This is a lot of full houses. So it's an easy, you know, and it's hard for him to have queen jack, ace queen, ace king. It's a nice little check to bluff. So we're doing good. We're on a profit since the start of the stream. I mean, if the case king hadn't come out, supposed to check most of the draws on the flop. I'm going to bet the river, and yeah, I don't think we get much. I just don't want to show it down. Ooh, this guy got nutter buttered, flush nutter buttered twice. Wow. No, different guy. Same seat, different guy. This table might be done. Levad is probably my best bet. Better stakes, it helps having the PT4 data, just annoying to deal with Anons sometimes. Yeah, but you can just focus on GTO. Like, I get it. Like, I get exactly what you're saying. It's very hard to build up and get the max from anonymous players, but it's not impossible. Yeah, I think I'm going to replace this table. It's a great table, but it's going short, and it's going to run off the action, so... Yeah, this one's done. Yeah, I think it's one of those things, though, man, where you got to kind of look at it as if you make the same money on both, but you like one better, then go with the one you like better, you know? But, you know, some days you might want to play on one, some days you might want to play on the other. I've been playing on ACR again, but the problem is that there's something with their software where the moment I turn on the stream, it's like a countdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get maybe 10 minutes, and then it crashes my computer. And it's only when I'm running ACR and OBS. And I've bug-checked OBS. It's all fine. And somebody else on a forum said that they had the same problem with ACR. So I don't know what it has to do with. I sent them an email, and they said that they have a fixed team on it, but I can't stream ACR. It really sucks. And they got some good tournaments, and it's like I was very close to final tabling one the other day, and I was going to be pissed because I still would have recorded it, but I don't even know if the recording software through OBS will allow me to work and not crash my computer. I'm going to check this one. That is a large bet, sir. Yeah. I'm going to let him have it. I have no doubt that he has me absolutely equity smashed. I probably have pure outs with an ace or a 3. But he could have something like 5-4 or 3-4, so my ace might not be good. Same guy. Yeah. Check. It's kind of balanced. Check one and then bet one. 8-5 suited all over the place. I don't know what this is. 5's not bad. If we get an innocuous card on the turn after a check, or even a bet, then we can bet the turn. Well, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and bet half pot. Obviously, somebody can have a deuce, but I think we see raises from that. This player did limp, so he can have ace deuce. He can have a lot of shit. He can also have all spade draws, so I think we just check call. Kind of depends how much he bets. I'm going to bet here, making the ass end of the straight. That's value-y. He could have two pair better than mine, but I'm going to call. Wow, he rivered the fuck. He limped it, didn't bet the flop, just called on the turn, and then rivered the full house so he could bet. And that's the funny part, is he had me beat, but he would not have bet the river. Yeah. Just a flush draw and gutty there. When's the last time I played live? June? June or July? Think, yeah, I could feel that coming because of this player being posted. Let's go 15. This may kill my action, but we're also super deep, so he may go nuts. And this bet is kind of sus. Alright, queen's not the best, but a king would be worse. I'm just going to go ahead and bet right around 20. It kind of is either way if he jams. He's going to jam queens and kings. And ace-king suited, so I think we can bet here. Well, maybe just had ace-king. Being deep there cost me money. Definitely plan on gold when the games are more from my bankroll, but I still have much to learn. Being able to review sessions is huge right now. Yeah, that's really the thing, man. You're really in a position where you're trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to support yourself. So this player is very fishy, so I don't want to 3-bet him. This is a nice bet. I mean, I definitely had the best hand. Because this player I feel like will be fairly face up. So I don't even feel great about this. Needed the heart. The heart will slow him down. And I think we just check. I don't know if we bet the river if he checks, because I don't know what calls, but if he bets, we're definitely calling. Yeah, he's got ace-jack. Look at the free roll. Not bad. Could have bet the turn for sure, but he can definitely have queens or kings. That's pretty good. I am going to bet it, because when we hit the flush, nobody sees it coming. I'm supposed to have all the nines being in the small blind. It's another important factor to remember. Up about 20 bucks on the session. Not bad considering the fact we were down 70 from those aces. Or 60. Feel good. Feel like I'm playing good. Yeah, I played live in June. I like the daily tournament over at South Point, and the cash games are super soft. But I don't have the money for it. Like I don't have, you know, like my what I would need. Like, not even responsibly. Like, I don't even have a shot. You know what I'm saying? I would need, like, an extra grand that I could put in play. And if I had that right now, I would just be playing higher online. This is exploitable because I didn't 3-bet the 10s pre-flop, but a lot of solvers say the 10s and jacks from the small and big blind just want to call. They don't want to 3-bet at a full ring, especially versus first 3 positions. But pretty much always. Like, you don't really want to 3-bet those out of position because the hand's got so much strength on its own that when you see a favorable flop and you have the overpair, you're probably good. You know what I'm saying? So 3-betting doesn't do much for you except get you in there versus better hands. You know what I mean? But the amount of times I've rolled over jacks, and this is just in the past 3 weeks, this adjustment, the amount of times I've rolled over jacks for one pair against somebody for their stack on a 10 or 9 high flop is insane. The amount of times I've stacked guys who had jack 10 by not 3-betting is fucking insane. And I don't even think you have to be balanced in this player pool or any big player pool like Bovada or Global. I don't know so much about Global. I don't know them very well, but I know Bovada, you don't have to be balanced at all. You can just play, you know, max exploit because you're playing anonymously. Small open after a limp, so we're going to 3-bet. Open-ended straight flush draw. And I'm going to bet. And we make the 8. I'm just going to check. Yeah. I don't think we get any money. Okay, so this player 3-bet me. Or 4-bet me. From the blinds. Now here's the thing. This can always be pocket queens. But I'm not racing it. The player's too new to the player pool. Meaning he's probably got me crushed. My best case scenario is it is pocket queens. So I think just giving that up is fine. Because we're too deep. We're 150 blinds deep. Don't want that table yet. Thank you. Yeah, like this shit is just... Yeah, it's just end of the night duffing. But yeah, having the tools to review your sessions and improve is going to make you more money in the long run anyway. And it is hard because, like, I don't have a HUD on here. It's really hard. Like, I have to do this and keep these windows open. Like, if I wanted to make notes on this hand, I would keep the windows open and make the notes on the player after my session. It's pretty fucking crazy. Like, I just have to have, like, a bunch of these windows open on my other screen. I have, like, 3 of them right now. That lead out is usually super weak, so we're just going to kind of quickly raise. He's going to call with a lot of draws. He's going to fold all non-queens. If he does call, we can bet the turn a lot. I'm going to check back this one, make the jack on the turn. I'm going to bet. He bets. He can have 5-7 for sure, but I do think we want to go for the double barrel. He'll raise right here with 5-7, obviously, because it looks like I have a good hand. He can have 9-10 for sure. That sucks. Because 9-10 is a double gutter. But I do think we want to bet. I don't know how often he just calls with just a queen. Jack 6, he made 2 pair on the river. How do you like that? He let out and called a raise, picked up a flush draw, and hit 2 pair on the river. And he had me on ace queen the whole time and decided to call those monster bets anyway. Wow. That's really bad. Check this one. Gut shot up here. He donked out with it. I'm going to call here. And here. There's a lot of Cali guys. I didn't think Soj would call behind. This is kind of weird. I'm going to fold. The 7's really bad for me. He can have 8-7, 10-7, Jack 9. Nice little downswing. This should be checked. I'm going to check behind. Soj can have ace-4, ace-5, or he can have something weird and want to check. I think if it checks again, I think we bet. And I think that's the story of it. The only one I'm worried about is Soj. I don't think these other two ever call. Like, this is just a positional play. I can bet here. So I got to get on the list for some more tables. I love that he led out with the 6 and called the raise. And then picked up 9 outs on the turn. Like, insane. And if I have queens, I'm just going to bust him there. And he agonizes over the call with 2 pair. Ace queen. How the fuck did that go down? Raise, re-raise, re-raise. Jams the ace queen. Wow, that's bad, bro. Nobody in this player pool is 4-betting less than queens from the cutoff. Most of these players aren't 4-betting anything other than kings, ever. Doesn't matter if they're on the fucking button. That's a nice call. Got hit every out in the book, though. I could have checked that river, but just like he never has anything that doesn't get there on the queen 6 8-4 jack. It's like 9-10 7. He can have 7-9, and I can check back. But other than that, I have to get him off of a pair. Like if he has queen 10, I have to blast that river. Can get off this table. Ditch. Double and ditch. Bring in this one. I'm gonna call here. I don't know how aggressive this table is. I see a lot of folds out of the corner of my eye. Ooh. I mean, we're just versus the blind, so it's really the blind that we're worried about. I can have king 10. I can have jack 10. I have a pair now. I'm going to check. He can have 10 jack, I guess, and beat me. I don't think this player is folding much. I'm just going to check. Queen 8. Like, there's no... It's a completely different story. This is, you know, you don't need to bet here because he's not going to fold a jack. If he has jack 10, he's not going to fold it. He's going to talk himself into it. But he's also limp calling with queen 8 out of first. So once I pick up showdown value, I don't really need to bluff anymore. This is interesting. King queen suited I like a lot. What are you doing there, Zeke? He's not deep enough. The hand's too strong. Hey, I got the Robbie. I'll go ahead and bet. Nice. So, because this player is so deep, I'm going to call here, because we can definitely make 45 bucks if we hit a 3. Ooh. Thought that 6 was a 3 for a second. Oof. Even got an extra pull at it. Although he can have jacks, right? Check. I don't think we can get any bluffs through. I think we're more likely to get trapped here. The only thing that folds really is pocket tens, so I'm going to check. Jack 10 for $5. Wow. Okay. Cali guy. Like, that raise was stupid. If you're not going to bet the flop, that raise is dumb. Like, he picked up a little bit of showdown and just left. You know, or just checked it and said, fuck it. I don't think he's ever folding two pair. It's funny because I'm going to play Queen Jack two pair the same way. Now that I think about it. Wow. He's already pissing money away. I mean, if I'm going to be playing against this player and this player, most likely I want to be raising. I'm going to call what, bruh, and underplay the ace. It's kind of on the edge for me. Just gonna check back. It's always going to pay off with a pocket pair. So now this fucker leads. I have two pair. I'm going big. They're going to gamble with heart draws. That's the thing. What did this guy have? He had pocket kings. Paid me off. So, like, we just get as much money in the pot as we can. My only real problem is pocket sevens right here, but this guy's never going to fold a flush draw. He's never going to fold a pair. So we have to go big, big. And just pile the money in. Hold. Thank you, full house. That's why you get the money in as quick as you can. Like I said, if we want to play against this guy, we have to be playing bigger pots. Because he's just too much opportunity. Alright. Ooh, that's a nice card. I'm just going to let him bet 3 times. I do have the ace of diamonds, so I'm not worried about too much. You can have 10s or 9s. You can also have ace queen. I don't think we ever fold here. He had pocket 10s. I mean, I played it to trap it. So, what are you going to do? I like his betting, though. He bet very well. Alright, get rid of this one. Oh, that's the table I already doubled on. Alright, I'm on all the waiting lists. Nice turn. This is dangerous. You can have 7-8. Wow, motherfucker. Really? 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 I knew I should have checked it. Wow. The problem is I have queen 4. Like, if I had 6-4, I'd be folding. But he can have 5-4. He can have... Can he have 10-4? It's kind of hard. Can he have Jack-4? No. He can have 7-4. He can have 6-4. But he jams river. He is a tricky guy, and he did raise me pre-flop. Does he have just pocket 8s here? Wow. He did it so quick, too. Alright. I could have just checked the river. I know who I'm up against, but... yeah, nobody's check-raise bluffing the river. Especially at these stakes. So, I consider that a good fold. I think I saved $35 there. Like I don't think he's ever. I don't think he's blasting off with aces there. I really don't. I just don't see it happening. I think maybe he had pocket eights, right? He should have had pocket eights. No, he limped it pre-flop. He can have anything. He limped it pre-flop. He bet the pot on the flop, and then he bet 2/3 on the turn. Check called the raise, and then check jam river. Yeah, that's 5-4 all day. 5-4. I guess 8-4 is possible, but he does walk some hands, so he can also have ace-4, I guess, but I kind of don't see it. He could have also backed it into 10-4, like, I guess, right? Yeah, I just don't think we ever see check raise jam bluffs there. But the problem is, I don't know what his, like, you have to ask yourself, is he ever doing this with ace-10? Like, is he doing it with 10-8? Like, is that possible? I don't think so. I think I saved 35 bucks. Which, saving money is just as good as winning money. I mean, I went big, too. And then half pot on the river, and then he insta-jams. I was just trying to get called by, like, 8-7 or, like, a worse 4, like 4-3, but I really don't think, I don't think that's ever a bluff. He could have even had, like, yeah, I guess he can have, like, 10-4, and 5-4 is the most likely thing. But he could have just had 6-7, right? And said, how the fuck do I have a full house? Yeah, if he had raised pre-flop, I would have felt worse about it. But I think with both of us limping, he can have 5-4. I don't think there's any way to make any money there. He had ace-king. He didn't even c-bet it. So you raise out of first. I'm just going to check the draw. I mean, this guy does play his draw as aggressive. I'm just going to let it go. Only because, like, if I make my straight with a diamond, I can't call any fucking bets. Yeah, I saved $37 there. Do we ever want to bet smaller on that river? I think half pot is fine. Like, we definitely don't want to go big. Alright, because we're not going to get called by anything we beat. Players on a short stack kind of sucks, but Cold call. Good time for a jack, dealer. What are you doing? Not bad. I am going to 3-bet this one. That was a snap fold. Jeez. I thought the original Razor was going to stick around. So this player calls and then leads for pot. And now this guy's all in. Wow. This is kind of goofy because this player can have queens plus, and this player can have a flush draw. It's not sets, right? I mean, this can be a set. Yeah, this might be a mistake, but I think I have to. Nice. Hold. Fuck. This fucking guy let out for the full pot on bullshit, and then he snap folded. That's fucking crazy. This guy raises and then calls and then goes broke with the fucking flush draw. That is some donkey shit right there. Jesus. God, I'm so glad I figured that out, but Jesus, that sucked. Fucking $80 pot. Man. So many of these players are just donking out for no reason. Donks the full pot, too. It's like, do you ever have anything better than a 10? Like, never, right? He cold called. Like, it just seemed like, and the guy behind me is going to have the flush draw a ton. Alright, I'm going to let him have it. Love it. Love everything about it. Oof. Shitty little turn of events, those couple hands. With the 7 high flush draw. Like, he shouldn't even be calling. Ugh. Yeah, now he's just jamming another flush draw. Open ender. 6 outs. Gets there. It's amazing. He's just jamming all straight and flush draws. Gets there on 6 outs. Can't believe that guy fucking potted the fucking thing. Jesus. I mean, I guess he had the gut shot too. Wow, he picked up more outs on the turn. He had 12 on the flop and he had 15 on the turn. I just rewatched the hand. I just wish I'd won that one with the aces, man. was a $140 swing. Six, six, six. I was hoping a 6 would pop off. Although the ace of clubs isn't bad. That king on the river is crap. He can have 10 jack also. It's close. I do think we can take a card off here because it's versus cred. Unless this fucking donkey decides to raise. If cred re-raises, this guy's fucking screwed, but it's just such a shitty bet by cred. There's these super small bets versus players who can't fucking see them. Guy's playing every hand now. It's hilarious. Oof. Queen's alright. I think we have to call. That 3 is amazing. Yeah. That 4 sucks. God damn it, you don't bet the turn? Get re-raised by the real JD. Wow. It's kind of a dry flop, huh? I mean, I don't think we fold. He can definitely have aces, but I don't think we fold. Because he can have king, queen as well. We definitely don't fold if he jams here. Is there a purpose in jamming? Yeah, ace king. Just get scumped. Versus my buddy. Pot. Yeah, he's on red hot fire tilt. I'm not trying to bluff him. He's not very bluffable right now. Wish somebody else would open here. Cred's going to 3-bet a lot here anyway. So I'm just going to open small. No. Maybe the small bet scared him. Wow. It's interesting. I'm putting myself in weird situations on purpose. Ace 3, Ace 4, Ace 5 are all there. Also Ace Deuce, Ace 8. But Ace Jack is here. 10 on the river is not great. Only getting raised by something that beats me. Might get paid off by something else. Oh, do you have Ace 9? Ace 5? What do you got? Ace Jack. Look at that. Max value. That's pretty smoking. Yeah, he's on hot fire tilt. He's playing every pot. Nice little delayed c-bet. It's whatever, but betting the flop doesn't do me any good. And if he doesn't have a queen, but he has some other pair, he'll call. Then I can bet the river. Maybe he has a 5, ace 5 or something. Alright, I'll defend for 3-1. It's interesting, because he would check flush draws on the flop and aces. I do think we have to call, though. Yeah. I'm surprised he bet... Well, he picked up the straight draw on the turn, so it makes sense. Bet if I check raise the river, though, I'd have to go pretty fucking huge, though, to get this fucking idiot off a hand. Cred 3 bets, I am going to 4 bet. Yep. Fuck you, bro. Need to stop doing that. It's just always so goddamn obvious. We've played together too much. You have to stop. Like, unless I'm way out of line, like opening an offsuit fucking 8-9 or something, I'm always going to fucking 4-bet this guy. It's so brutal. This fucking guy. Maniac with his monster draws. Calling with ace queen. We have to make this guy pay. I don't think he has any folds in him. This is kind of a showdown bet. River Heart sucks for me. We just check. Ace 3. Interesting. This is a nice double barrel here for some value. Hilarious. It's only worth one street with 4 hearts out there. I had Ace 3. What did you have? 10 Jack. 2 pair no good. Oh, I'd love to see everybody fold to me here. Come on, Cred, do it again. No? Wow. The fuck did that happen? Limp Jam. Wow. It might sound obvious, but it's whatever. Look at this. Queen 10 versus 2 pair versus the straight draw. Wow. Wow, he just cleaned them both out. That's crazy. With a little pair of ducks. Ace is nice. Just gonna check. Get 3-bet by what, bruh? You can have it. King of the turn's not bad. Go ahead and bet for value. A little bit of protection, not much. This is my biggest problem right here. I'm going to check. There are 3-4s, and I don't think we get paid by much that we beat. Like, there's not a lot of Ace 7s out there, right? And he's limping again, and I got the same hand again. Now he calls. Bet. I mean, I limped this one, and then he raised, and then I called. And then he bets flop, and I call. I think we can bet the 10 on the river, believe it or not. Yeah. It just has to be a non-board pairing card. Well, it can't be like a queen. There's Drew. So he's coming out of early position. There are 3 bettors behind me. Oh, look at this. I got the 2 tilt monsters. Oh, can't get a 9 one time. So this guy's going to pot no matter what happens. Just going to call. I'll go ahead and bet. He can definitely have a 10. Or aces. But you can also have nothing. I think we just call here. I think this is one of those ones where either the 9s are good and he's on a flush draw, or the flush is good and he's on a king. So... Oh, that 10 on the river, though, is brutal, because this motherfucker is going to have ace-queen a ton, this guy behind. He's going to have the ace-queen a ton here. Oh, that's really brutal. That's really brutal. The longer he takes to bet, and he's only going to bet pot. Oh, he bet less than pot? I'm out of here. Ace-queen. Like I said, he's always going to have ace-queen. Is this 2 pair? Is this actually like 2 pair, or is it like king-queen? 10 jack, 2 pair, yeah. It's fucking hilarious. It's just so obvious. Like, he led at the fucking... He led at airballs with just a club draw. My club wasn't good, but the 9 was until the turn. I'm just going to call here. Like I said, this player's playing everything. I like having big cards in this situation for a limp, essentially, not a raise. Because he's going to have everything, and I'm only going to have... When it comes off 8-4 queen, I'm going to have him just absolutely monstered. He's going to have all queen 9s, queen 10s, queen jacks. I'm just going to let it go. It's fine. I just don't know what Day is having behind because he's defending the blind for 6-1.
I'll go ahead and bet. Gonna have to bet river. If Drew calls, I'm kind of worse off than if spin calls. Alright, no diamond. Does he ever check an ace on the flop? No, I don't think so, but he checks like a 4 or pocket 4s. He also checks like ace 7. Nice! That's a nice play. I think he had something like pocket 10s, maybe. He could have had jacks, right? He could have had jacks for sure. It's a nice play, though. Punny's raising. Okay. Not bad. I have all the aces and all the sets here. This is just too obvious. He has hands like pocket 10s, maybe king, queen. But I have all the fucking aces. It's a really nice play. Queen's bad. King Jack sticks around. King Queen sticks around. 10 Jack sticks around. I'm going to check. I don't think we can get 3 streets safely. Like I said, King Jack will call. There's no bluff here. Pretty good. I think we just check. Yeah. He may have had an ace. I didn't think he did, but nah, queen 10. Yeah. He's just making a joke out of himself. Like, I didn't need the 6, but... Oh, that motherfucker left. Get busted. Real JD. What, bruh? He's coming out of first. On the button, I think we like a 3-bet sometimes, but I'm going to call here because what, bruh, is going to 3-bet almost compulsively. And I want to see what JD does. Wow, this fucking guy has kings. Are you kidding me? He 3-bets every fucking time and he has kings there? That's insane. Jesus. That cadence is the same every time and he has fucking kings there. Alright, what the fuck is this? He does these small bets that are kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes it's just a give up, sometimes he's re-raising. He might have like king 10. Could have king queen. He might have king queen here. Or queen jack. King king and he makes kings on the riv. Well, if you were going to pay it off anyway, man, you probably should have just gotten it in. I think I got the max though. I don't think I could have gotten the last 17 out of him. I like check raising the flop. It's really strong. Really? I know it seems crazy, but trust me, I know the players. That king is amazing on the turn. I'm going to check and see if he'll bluff. No? Should have bet it. Should I have bet it? Ah, he had pocket tens. I should have bet. Looks like a bluff. I know you mentioned it before, but I can't remember. What do you smoke? You say you make it yourself, right? Yeah. It's vape oil. It's very low nicotine. It's like 2% or 2 milligrams per mix, which is about a 20th of what one cigarette has, and it's about a tenth of what most vape oils have in their full mix. That is interesting. I'm gonna call. He actually made the flush. Check here. So yeah, so I make it myself. It's basically just mixtures of vegetable glycerin and some food flavorings and shit like that. And he's just always going to pay off with a king. Ace Jack, wow, talk about a payoff. I would have played Ace King the same way. That's the crazy part. So yeah, so it's just, you know, and I make my own coils, and this one is Skittles and rose candy. It's a pretty even mix. It's about 10% flavored, and the rest is just like 2 milligrams nicotine, and the rest is vegetable glycerin. It's really nice. It's very, it's one of those mouth-watering ones that, you know, every time you take a puff off of it, you're kind of like, blah, your mouth like fills up with spit. It's really nice. And then the other one I have is just a simple red sour ropes, it's called. It's basically like sour Twizzlers, if you can imagine that, like strawberry licorice, but with the sour dust on it, like on Sour Patch Kids. I kind of like a lot of the fruitier mixes. I do have a mix going that I can't really get right now, which is a bakery mix, which admittedly are much harder than fruit mixes. That's unfortunate. I should have min raised or raised small, and then this wouldn't have happened. Check call. I mean, you do that with aces and queens. But this is more than likely, if this is a continued bet, it should be king queen, at least. Sevens is a great one to bet here. But you can check all other full houses, or king queen. Just so you can try to get paid on the river with like a big bet. Yeah, queens. Do you have jacks? Yeah, you have jacks. Yeah. I also have another one over here that I'm kind of rotating out. It's a lime soda. It's a little bit too sweet for me, though. I kind of added some sweetener, so it's not the best. That's pretty good. I'm going to check and make the straight. This is kind of defensive. Check. Ace 10. I could have bet twice, but I don't think he's folding. I got to see this. Hang on a sec, guys. Somebody sent me a message.
The game for Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in the Tonka, color of Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. First things first, I'll eat your brain. Then I'ma start rocking gold teeth and fangs. Cause that's what a motherfucking monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's a monster do.
My boyfriend being an idiot.
Heel, that's a monster shoe. And I'm all up in the monster with the monster crew.
Loves Nicki Minaj.
Cause my money ain't.
Where's the makeup artist? Right, no makeup. Hotter than a Middle Eastern climate.
Jesus.
The one track minded. It's the longest snap ever. She's fake. Look at how cute you are, though. You look like a Mormon.
That's pretty funny. They're out on the town. Okay. It's speculating. But being in the blind, I can have anything. Yeah, that's rough. Shaggy likes donking out with the deuce here. Or the open-ender. This is a little sus versus this player. It's kind of not great. I'm going to check. I don't know if he bets anything other than a king. Yeah. That's fine. Maybe I could have bet twice. I don't think so, though. I think the guy's just so ABC and face up and pissed off right now. I just don't think it's wise to barrel into him. If I had hit that 5, that would have been pretty rocking. I'll take one off. Problem is he can have queen 10 now. And that queen got there. He's not going to slow down if he has queen 10. Alright, I'll get him. I'm just going to bet again. I can definitely be up against a pair. Like jacks. Or a set. Guy's so fucking obvious. Like, if he just calls there, I'm going to barrel the river most of the time if I have nothing. He's just got, like, a set there. Playing every pair out of every position, by the way. Like, playing 3s there when I can easily have 6s. And just be set over set all day. 7 ball. Like ace queen, queen jack. I don't understand. I mean, like, these people like only have half the script. It's like, if you're going to open queen jack in position, how are you not going to bet? Like, why are you checking? You don't have showdown value. It's not like ace queen where you have showdown. You know. God, can I hit one set on this fucking table? 4. Of course, now I have no outs. This guy's just always betting pot. It's just fucking hilarious. Betting pot into the original raiser who's checking, who's going to have a flush here about 60% of the time. Cred's backed off. That's nice.
Shouldn't have taken that long, man. Yeah. I felt like he was thinking about it with an ace pre-flop. Like he was thinking about it with like ace-jack. Which is hilarious that he would lead into me because I'm never folding ace-queen or plus. But what are you going to do? I'm on the list for these other tables, but... Yeah. Like, there's no reason to raise here. Like, we're already going to have position. This player is fucking hilarious. He did this with Jack 10 earlier, offsuit. And it's just like, it's not enough. It's just like, the pot's not big enough. This fucking guy's going to have all the sets. Last time he checked when he missed. Just the biggest miss ever. It's getting frustrating. It's a small re-raise, so we can call. Pretty good. Huh. It's interesting, because he can have all sets. Yeah. I thought he was... I wasn't really sure. But betting is fine there. I just wasn't sure if he was going to play a move or... But I guess betting with that much equity is fine. Thought I had the fourth queen. Why can't I get on another table here? Can I not? Oh, wait a minute. Here's one. Can I get on here? Oh, nice.
Damn. I mean, only because if What Bro folds, we have bluffs, but I cannot believe this fucking guy always calls. He's always got a fucking ace or a spade draw. I mean, we just check now. This king queen is here too much. This is a spades too much. Ugh, it's so brutal. All in, ace queen. It's only ever ace queen, right? The pocket nines. Pocket nines can do it. Pocket queens can do it. Okay. Interesting. I guess if you flop aces full, that's kind of what you do. But pocket nines also plays that way. Great Dane. See a raise from Alexei. Obviously going to defend, getting inf to 1. You win. Looking short stack. Ooh, next hand. Versus Dane, I could never fold. If he had re-raised, then I'd 4-bet. Check. I don't want him controlling my value. Sometimes he does have me beat with like king 9 or like sets, but I don't want him controlling my value with king queen. Plus we have outs. Plus, fuck him. Nice. You gotta make big bets against players who make big bets. Like, all he does is pot, so, like, a small bet, he'll never even think about it. He'll just always call it. Rinse my face, hang on. Like, ugh. Like, sweaty. That might be the signal to end the night. Frustrating. Ten's okay. He can have an ace. Jacks. Whatever. Got cheap showdown. I don't know why I can never start a session up a few buy-ins. I mean, there is something to be said for that. It kind of depends on the situation. Like if you get it in aces versus kings and lose, it's one thing. But if you're kind of getting bled, you know, or like you make a bad play, I used to back in the day before I knew how to set myself like mentally. I used to open up the tables and just start watching them to kind of get my brain into it. Nowadays, I just play a round or two of Hearthstone, and that kind of wakes me up, you know, if I'm starting right away. Fuck. One set on this guy is just gonna go pop, pop, pot every time. It's insane. One fucking set. That's all I want. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play out. I think I'm gonna play out the free ones and then call it. It's been a very frustrating day. Like, all the big pots, I lost. That one and the fucking aces. Aces versus kings versus ace king, all in pre-flop. Case king on the flop. Cost me fucking... I'd be up 3 buy-ins right now. Or I'd have 3 buy-ins more right now. I'd be up 1. But only down 2 buy-ins, so... It's just kind of whatever. But, like, that's basically where all my profit went. Is those 2 hands. Because I'd be up... I would be up 3 buy-ins if these jacks had held that I made the great read on. And if those aces had held. So, difference of $250 swing. Yeah, I'm going to see where I'm at. For the session, I think I'm down like 2 buy-ins. Oh, a little less than that. I'm down like 1 1/4 buy-ins for the session, so not the worst, but definitely disappointing. I don't see anybody on I'm going to host, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably going to stream in the afternoon, but I'm not sure. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I'll be on all day. And, yeah. So, it was fun, though. I mean, what can you do, man? Lost the big hands.